Hey, let's talk a little bit about investing for cash flow, because this is something that in the Money Advantage community, we know that you want just as much as we do. You want to generate cash flow in your life, cash flow today and cash flow in the future, because that's the path to time and money freedom. You want assets that are kicking off a return for you and putting money in the bank on a monthly, quarterly, or annual basis to make sure that you're getting paid. Now, this is different than putting money into some investment somewhere and hoping that it appreciates in value and that at some point you're going to drain off that interest and live off the interest. No, instead we want to get our money working for us as quickly as possible, as hard as possible, producing the best cash-on-cash returns, and that is money that you're going to continue to receive going into the future as long as you continue to hold that asset. So it's a completely different paradigm of investing. We're talking about cash flow, not just appreciation. Now, if you're looking for cash flowing investments, one of the key places that many people turn to is turnkey real estate. Now, why would you want turnkey real estate and what does that mean? Well, chances are if you have built a profession and expertise in your field, you are probably not a professional real estate investor at this time. You might not necessarily know the best places to look for the best properties. Or if you do find a great property, you might not have the contractors and the expertise within your own skill set to be able to fix up that property at the best cost. You might not know how to source and find tenants and get them into the property and then manage that property and maintain it and service those tenants as well. So there's a lot that goes into real estate investing, especially when you're looking at the buy and hold rental market. So this is a reason why you might turn to a turnkey provider. A true turnkey provider is someone who purchases the property, renovates it, places a tenant, and then continues the ongoing property management and service. When all of that's under one roof, you have a lot of accountability because they are responsible to make sure that you get paid the way that you're supposed to with that property. So you then, as the investor, purchase that property. You buy it in a position where you're already getting cash flow. There's an excellent due diligence guide that I highly recommend, and it's published by Mid-South Homebuyers, a turnkey real estate company in Memphis, Tennessee. They walk through 19 questions that you as an investor can ask to make sure that a turnkey provider is really doing the best work for you. I'm not going to cover all 19, but I want to focus in on a few things that you can do right away to make sure that you're getting the best deal when you invest in real estate through a turnkey provider. The first is you want to make sure this property is already rented. How many times have you heard about a great deal that if you as an investor can just put money into, then they're going to renovate and update the property. Here's the cost for renovations. Then they expect what the rents are going to be. And here's what your expected cash flow is. There's a few problems with that. One, you don't know what the cost actually will be because they probably won't be exactly what was anticipated. And then how do you know you're actually going to get that rental payment? It might be a little lower. So you have a lot of unknowns going in and you're having to speculate as the investor. The other thing is that you're going to have to wait a few months, probably, before you're going to get a return. And that can be a really painful thing as an investor when you've put your cash in and maybe you're having to wait 5 or 6 months before that's going to generate a payment. So you want to make sure that you're getting something with not a lot of risk. If the property's already been purchased and renovated, it already is filled with a tenant who's happy, and you're getting that check right away, you don't have as much unknown. There's not as much risk. You already know exactly what the cash flows are because they're proven. It's a track record. You're not having to guess or speculate what your returns are going to be. Now, the other thing that a turnkey company is going to want to do is make sure that they minimize the costs for you as the investor. Now, the two biggest costs are unforeseen vacancy and also service and maintenance costs. So they can minimize that by making sure that they have a wonderful relationship with the tenant and that they service them quickly. Now, specifically, you want to make sure that those rates of rent are just below market value because that's something that a tenant is going to be looking for that's going to make them stay for a really long time. So I hope these ideas are a few things to help you think through investing in real estate for cash flow and how you might want to think through a relationship with a turnkey provider. If you're interested in that guide, go ahead and check out the link below where we'll have that due diligence report listed, and you can take these 19 questions to any turnkey provider and make sure you're getting what you really signed up for. I hope you have a wonderful time as you're building this knowledge and journey towards cash flow investing, and that you're increasing your confidence that you're going to get to your destination of time and money freedom. Hey, I hope you liked this video. If you did, click the link in the description box below for more information. And don't forget to like this video. Share your comments, questions, and feedback in the comments section below. And don't forget to hit subscribe to our YouTube channel.